Welcome back to the channel, guys. I have this '08. I have it torn apart because I had to figure out a way to trick it into getting it into gear. Y'all know I do anything to avoid having to push a car into the shop. Okay, so this one, the shifter don't work. Okay, this is literally stuck. Yeah, I know about the shift override, but the mechanism inside of it is I don't know, it's not releasing. Even with pushing down, I think somebody done pushed it down to the point that they done bent it. I don't even feel resistance. Okay, but anyway, that's why it's in. That's why it's at the shop. Will not shift into gear. Now, guys, let me explain something to you. Okay, because this is a electronic setup, everything is dependent on other things. Okay, just say the shifter. Y'all know one of the only ways to be able to shift a shifter is a brake input has to be seen, right? In other words, your feet have to be on the brake, right? When you do that, that signal from the brake switch closes. That signal goes to the controller, which is the PCM. All right. From there, that PCM will see that and tell anybody else that need to know this information that the brake has been applied. Let's say things like cruise control, things like the security key, things like the shifter. Yes, that's an input from the shifter. It has to see that the brakes are applied. Otherwise, you will not be able to go into gear. All right. Now, if you was to diagnose this car and a couple of things you see right off the bat was fault codes for brake input, naturally you would think brake input or brake switch, right? Guys, that is the mistake I made. That is one of the first things I just need a brake switch. Lo and behold, I was just told somebody done put 3 brake switches on it. All right, so the chances of it being even if I'm talking Mopar, the chances of it being a brake switch is probably slim. So I'm gonna base my diagnosis off of the fact that I'm gonna assume that one of the new brake switches that they have installed is accurate. All right, so now, like I say, guys, one of the things you need to do, I'm at the computer. Let's do this. I want to show y'all something. On the DTC, we're going to see brake switch 1 performance. Remember, it's showing active, right? That means the computer either not seeing it or the circuit open right now as we speak, guys. That's why I say you're going to have a scan tool that will let you see data, all right? Even if I erase this code, well, let's try it. Let's erase it. Did it erase? Did it erase? No, it's still there. It is hard active, guys. Okay, I can't even erase it. Now, what you want to do, guys, or what I'm able to do, I'm still on the PCM. I'm going to go on the data. What I want to do is see the brake inputs. Should be one for brake 1 and brake 2. And both of them have to show that the brake pedal is being pressed. In other words, the circuit has to close. Where's brake? Hold tight, right here. Brake switch filter switch. That's likely 1. This is brake switch 2 filter. Now, when I press on the pedal, these should go on. All right, let me do that right now. I am pressing on the pedal. Oh wow, y'all see that? Only 1 went on, guys. I'm off the pedal. I'm on the pedal. Yeah. So brake switch 1 is not. It's not showing to be going on and off. I'm on it. It goes on. Brake foot switch 2. Y'all see that? I'm off. Brake switch 2 goes off. Brake switch 1 and brake switch 2, the signal is coming from the same brake switch. All right. So when you press it, they both should go on. And when you release it, they both should go off. Now, guys, that signal, that's going to the PCM. So one of the things you have to do, one of the things you can do, I mean, if the circuit is complete, guys, you need a PCM. All right. It's just as simple as that. Now, remember, your brake switch input is needed for this to go into gear, guys. Without that, you're not going to be able to go into gear. So what are you saying, JT? Does this mean I need a PCM, a computer? You need to test it, guys. You literally need to test it. Let's do this. Let me show y'all something. Ooh, ready, guys. So in a nutshell, I'm gonna do it like this. In a nutshell, if you follow diagnostic procedure for P0571 Brake Switch 1 performance, Here's the diagram. It's pretty damn simple. All right. Here's the brake switch. Okay, this is a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6-pin connector. All right. So these 2 pins right here goes directly to the PCM. All right. So from point A to point B, if that you can load test from here to here. If that's okay, that circuit is good. We had a problem with one right now. What you can do is ohm test, or I would load test from point A to point B on both of these. Although we was getting the input from brake switch 1, if I remember correctly. All right, just do them both, guys. Load test from here to here. This is the PCM. All right, and from here to here. If this circuit is complete, guys, that means your controller is supposed to be getting that input. If it's not, then you got an internal controller issue, guys. Because once that input is received, then it will send another signal out to the shifter to allow that shifter to work in the event that the brakes are applied. But because you're not getting a signal that the brakes are applied from the switch, it's never going to happen, guys. All right, but I got a better idea. I have an idea. This is what we do here at work for time efficiency, for time reasons. I just happen to have a computer for this car. All right, so in fact, let me go get it. Ooh, ready, guys. My stash. Now, this does nothing for you guys. You don't learn from this, but I'm gonna try to educate you guys as well as do this job real fast at the same time. So now I just went over verbally what you should be doing, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab my spare PCM, plug this in, program this in, and rerun this test and see if I'm getting my brake inputs. If I'm getting brake input on 1 and 2 after I install this, then yes, my PCM is shorted, guys. All right, so hold tight. Let me plug in my new PCM, guys. Hold tight. Alrighty, guys, this is my spare PCM. I have it plugged in. Ooh, this is a tight little area. You can see the original PCM still in it, but here's my spare. I got all 4 connectors plugged in. Now let's go looking at the inputs and see if I get brake 1 and brake 2 back. Key on. All right, where we at? Okay, they showing off right now. I'm pressing on the pedal right now. Look at that. Both are on now, guys. I'm off the pedal. I'm on the pedal. What we're looking for is right here. I'm on it. Both brake 2 and brake 1. I'm off of it. They actuating at the same time. All right, guys. We now got our input. It's now working. Push this in. With the brake applied, you should be able to hear the actuator releasing the mechanism to allow you to do that. All right. Okay. Without that brake input, guys, you're gonna have a hard time. All right. So you got to find out why you're not getting that brake switch. Don't just throw brake switches at it, because that might not be the case. In this case, I was getting a brake switch input code, but the problem was not the brake switch. Go figure. That's why I always say, guys, just because they name a code a particular way does not mean they need that part. All right. You have to run the test and the diagnostic. Press on the brake, push in you can hear the actuator. Now you can shift it. All right. Ooh, righty, guys, we're back. Wow, guys, y'all saw how that played out with my spare computer. Now, again, you will not have access to spare computers. I have that luxury, so you literally have to go through the test. And it's not a bad thing, guys, because you need to verify this stuff. Me, I'm dealing with time, okay? Now, I'm not going to neglect diagnosing the car right because I'm dealing with time. It's just I have a quicker way to do it, all right? So, but look what we have here, guys. Yes, go figure. This is expensive. And another advantage to doing it this way, you'll know for sure, okay, it's nothing like going through all of this and you sell this and you be wrong. Okay, so it can play, guys. I've seen times where I went through tooth and nail through the diagnostic, come up to the end, it says replace a part, put that part on, nothing changed. So I know nothing shocked me anymore in this industry. Okay, you can only do what you can do. I follow the diagnosis. It lead me to a point that's wrong. Then what do? you fight it out. All right, but my point is, yeah, this is $5, guys. This is a PCM, a new one. We're talking about an '08 Caravan. All right, so that's another reason why I wanted to be absolutely 100% sure this was the problem. All right, she said fix it. I guess you have no choice. If you can't go, you can't go. It's pretty self-explanatory. But the mere fact that somebody's paid all this money for, can you get these used? Absolutely, guys. You will have to do some programming. I will have to do programming with this new one. In fact, I'm gonna have to program this one. A new used one or a used one will already be programmed. Then you just have to marry it to the car. But for that fact of the matter, she want a new one. Damn it, she getting a new one. All right, guys. So let me go grab some tools. My spare one is still in there. Let me get that out of here and install this new one. And I have to program this, guys, so that's pretty much time consuming. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this video down. Y'all saw the shifter working with this end. So on this particular problem, guys, keep in mind, I'm talking about this car. I ended up needing a PCM. You, on the other hand, you may need other problems. That's why diagnostics is crucial, that you do it right. All right, so don't think, oh, JT put a PCM in one and that fixed it. No, that fixed this problem. Again, you, on the other hand, might have a different problem. All right, so I'm gonna end this video, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.